By paper to audio. Chapter 1: The Dying Warrant. Adrian Vale woke in pain. Not sudden pain. Sustained pain. The kind that did not arrive, but rather had already been there waiting for consciousness to catch up. His body was pinned beneath warped metal and fractured bulkhead plating, something heavy pressed across his torso, restricting each breath to shallow, uneven pulls. Every inhale scraped through broken ribs and damaged tissue. His vision flickered between darkness and dim red emergency lighting. For a long moment, he did not understand where he was. Only that he was still alive. That fact felt incorrect. Then memory followed. Not cleanly. Not in order. A second life pressed itself into his mind, like a data stream forced through damaged circuitry. A void ship. A command throne. Voices across vast decks of steel. A title repeating with certainty that did not belong to him, and yet did. Rogue trader. Fleet authority. Dynastic warrant. A seal bearing the name of the Emperor of mankind. Adrian tried to reject it. It did not leave. Instead, it merged with him. Two identities settling into the same space. Neither fully dominant. Neither fully separate. And with that merge came understanding he should not have had. Warp transit calculations. Fleet logistics. Void ship classifications. Combat formations. And something else. A memory of ambush. Not human. Not imperial. Elusive, precise, alien. Eldar. The word surfaced with instinctive recognition. A strike executed in silence and impossibility. Reality itself destabilizing around the fleet. Adrian coughed. The sound was weak, but it anchored him back into the present. He forced his head to turn. Pain responded immediately. The corridor around him was no longer intact. It had become a collapsed structure of twisted metal and fused plating. Entire sections were folded inward as if the ship had been crushed by invisible pressure and left to die in that shape. There was no motion. No functioning systems. No distant hum of engines. Only silence. Machine silence. The silence of something that had already stopped functioning and had not yet been replaced by anything else. He looked further, through a fractured viewport, and saw the world outside. Not space, not orbits, a curved horizon stretching across impossible scale. Massive internal geometry. A structure so large it behaved like a planet, but was not one. A shield world. A containment megastructure. Adrian did not fully understand it. But the inherited rogue trader memory classified it immediately. Xeno's megastructure. Ancient origin. High containment risk. That classification meant only one thing. He was not on a planet. He was inside something built to hold danger. Or prevent it from escaping. Or both. A faint mechanical sound echoed nearby. Measured. Controlled. Approaching. Adrian tensed instinctively, though his body barely responded. Something moved in the wreckage beyond his line of sight. Not organic movements. Mechanical. Purposeful. Then a voice spoke. Target confirmed. Critical biological degradation detected. A figure stood in the wrecked corridor. Armored. Human-shaped. But too precise in construction to be natural. It did not hesitate. It did not assess emotion. It only evaluated condition. Then the system arrived. Not as sound, not as voice, but as structured awareness layered over reality. System initialization complete. Host Adrian Vale. Status critical. Strategy frameworks detected. StarCraft 2. Stellaris. Locked systems 3. Adrian stared at it. Not because he understood it fully, but because he understood enough. This was not warp technology, not imperial machine logic, not anything he had inherited memory for. This was something else entirely. A rule system imposed over reality itself. A new prompt appeared. Select initial survival unit. SCV. Marine. Medic. Adrian's eyes drifted down. To his body. Pinned. Breaking. Failing. There was no real decision. Only survival logic. Medic. Reality shifted. Not violently. Not with explosion or force. But as if something had been inserted into existence and the universe had accepted it without argument. A second figure appeared beside him. Knelling immediately. Armored. Functionally still. It spoke without hesitation. Biological integrity failing. Hands moved over him. Pressure applied to stabilize structure. Cold injections that forced his failing body to continue operating. Pain remained, but progression stopped. That alone was the difference between death and continuation. Adrian breathed again. It hurt less than before. That fact was enough to register as progress. Around him, the wreck remained unchanged. A dead ship. No powers. No movement. No recovery. A fleet vessel reduced to ruin. Adrian understood that clearly now. This was not a damaged ship. It was a dead civilization vessel. Nearby, another unit activated. The SCV. It spoke in the same mechanical certainty. Resource analysis complete. Salvage viable. It turned away and began cutting into the wreckage. Not repairing it. Not restoring it. Dismantling it.